Hi everyone! So for today, I'm just going to show you a quick flip through of my 2021 Hobonichi Weeks Mega, just so you know how it's been looking up to this point since the start of the year. So I've been using the monthly portion as a daily gratefulness tracker. I was actually able to put in at least one thing every day, so that's something I can be proud of for this year. It's okay if you don't always fill up your pages, but it does feel fulfilling to do so, especially when you look back on everything that you've written. So today is September 18th. I have yet to write something today. I did a watercolor painting. So the weekly layout starts at November or December actually. So it takes the month of the previous year, and I just try to put in snippets of my thoughts as well. So for the weekly layout, I predominantly use the free page on the right side for my weekly reflection. And for the left side, I put in important events, notes, some due dates that I have to keep track of, and some day-to-day memory keeping things. If there's anything particularly special on that day, I write it down. But if there's none, it's also fine to leave it blank. I make use of stickers and washi to design my pages. I mark with a long washi the edges when a new month is starting. So for this case, I chose the Sakura washi for February. Some weeks I barely have anything to write. Could be because nothing happened, but it could also be because too many things happened. Tried painting again. And you'll see a transition in the ink color that I use. So I used this design for March this time. And at this point, I'm still using dark gray ink. By the way, all my fountain pen inks are from Vinta Inks. And at this point, you'll see I've started using a purple Vinta ink called Mascara. Well, it's actually supposed to be enunciated mascara. Oh, I missed a page. There you go. So I highlighted a store that I just bought from to have a bouquet that I received framed so it can last me much longer. I try to keep my pages as minimal as possible. I make it a point to use predominantly words because I like to look back and read what happened in the past years, who I was previously. It's a nice trip down memory lane. Whether the things that I wrote were good or bad, it's great to look back. If you noticed, this is actually one of my favorite stickers. They denote the general feeling for that week. This was a very happy week. And at this point, you'll see I transitioned to a new ink. It's green, also from Vinta Inks. I love the colors from Vinta Inks. I love all of their offerings, but even more so because the ink works perfectly well with the Tomoe River paper of my Hobonichi. It dries super quick, but you can see the pigment is actually beautiful. This particular week, I placed in a Black Panther sticker because this is the first year death anniversary of Chadwick Boseman, who was King T'Challa in the film. He's actually my favorite Marvel hero, but I'm more of a DC fan. And this is where we stop. I haven't written anything yet. I'd like to, perhaps later or on Sunday. I can't be too sure. But let's proceed to the notes part. This will be super quick. So for those of you who are already aware, I made use of the notes part of the week's mega to serve as my bullet journal for my daily tasks. So I have an index. I actually track a lot of finances. My savings tracker. My bills tracker. And my salary and expenses tracker. So this is 2 pages for every month. You can see in some months I spend far more than I do the others. Sometimes I don't spend at all. But I already have all of these pre-set up, and I will likely migrate those to my 2022. And for my Bujo, I have the monthly overview, the entire month at a glance, some reminders for myself, and then I go to my dailies. It feels very nice to be able to look through what I've already accomplished in the year, particularly in my work. So predominantly, I will rely on my Bujo for 2022 as well. I have a lot of days where my tasks just are so great. But I do have other days when they're just very minimal. Hence, it's perfect to apply to a bullet journal that's very flexible to one's needs. You can also see these small floral stickers. I use those folded on either side just to mark where a month starts. And again, I try to keep it as minimal as possible. I inserted work notes here. You can also see the transition in the ink color. I used the purple ink for quite a while. I think that was 4 to 5 months before I shifted to the green. See, there are some weeks I'd have 7 days jam-packed in one page. And other days where I'd only have 2. Just this one and this one. Because of the volume of work that I had to do. In August, I tried to design a bit more. And this is also when I shifted to using green ink. Because it's my mom's birth month and her favorite color is green. And finally, you'll see my Hobonichi shopping list. This is for September. And so far, this is where I end. So I will be waiting some more until I get to complete the notes part. Up until page 215. So I make use of my 100. I actually cut it down 50-50. And then for this one, I cut it down 25-25. So these are the 100 films or series that I've watched for this year, or that I'd like to watch within the year. This 25 lists the restaurants that I was able to go to this year despite the pandemic. And this year is when I was able to meet up with one of my closest friends. So I list the dates when I got to meet him. Just a few stickers. There's a photo of me, so I had to cover it. And stencils I got from Hobonichi as well. And that's it for my 2021 so far. So we have 3.5 more months left of the year. I hope we all make the most of it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like this video if you did. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'd really like to hear your thoughts on this video. Please leave a comment in the section below. Thank you.